What's up, guys, and welcome to the Heroic Durumu Raid Guide. As always, this is going to be just covering the differences between normal and heroic and what the little differences are between the two. If you want to see more of the normal guide, go ahead and click on my Throne of Thunder playlist. Go ahead and check that out. All the normal guides and the heroic guides so far that I have out are all in there for you, so you can take a look at every single one of them. Getting into this fight, though, this fight is awesome, guys. One of my favorite fights in the game, as far as just different mechanics and kind of just subtle differences in a mechanic of a fight that really makes it different from normal mode to heroic mode while keeping the same atmosphere of normal mode. And what I mean by that is the light phases where you have the blue, the red, and the yellow, and then you have to unlock all the red ones so that you can get through that phase. In this, in heroic mode, it is imperative that this happens extremely quickly. Well, the reason I say that is because the damage that comes out during this phase is a lot worse. Okay, it's a normal heroic mode, right? So normal mode mechanics will wipe you quicker, and everything has more health and hits harder. That's just the average heroic mode normal thing that we get used to. So knowing that, the biggest thing is obviously before the lights go out, they do tell you where they're going to be. So you'll see little puddles of blue, of yellow, of red, where the ads are, so that you can uncover them. Now, the trick is you do need to have people, the more people in your raid that are aware of this, the better, because honestly, if you get the blue beam on you because you don't know, and you're standing where the blue ad is, you might as well just wipe it, and you might as well just take your headset off because your raid leader's going to be screaming down your neck for about 10 minutes for you being a tunneler, because there's really, besides force of will guys in that first opening phase before you get into that, there's no reason for you not to take the time to see where those go. After that force of will goes out and then that lingering gaze, as long as you don't have either of those, watch the floor because it'll show you where the ads are. And I'm telling you, if you want to make your raid leader happy, make sure you know where that stuff is, because it will just go. I can't tell you how good it is to know where that stuff is as opposed to being the guy who doesn't. It costs so many wipes to just not pay attention to something that simple. There's no reason for it. You're not doing anything else at that time. If you're looking at your bars, let's be honest, you're doing it wrong anyway. So just kind of look out into the room, take in your surroundings, especially in this fight, and understand what is going on, okay? Because that's one of the biggest things. You have to be aware of your surroundings in this fight. Not only during this phase, but also during the maze phase, which is you'll see coming out right now. Now you're wondering what's the difference in the maze phase between normal and heroic. The main difference is the ice walls. That's really it. Okay, how we did this is we had pretty much everybody in the melee maze. The reason being is we could heal a lot easier. It seemed to be, since they fixed the maze, it seemed to be a lot easier to see the melee one, and you could get a lot more DPS uptime on them. The ice walls I was talking about were those 3 big walls that you see. Those need to be burned down incredibly quickly. The easiest way to cope with this mechanic, guys, is we marked the floor with a yellow marker, which was pretty much right next to the left ice wall. Okay, if you're looking at the boss, it would have been the left ice wall. So what you're trying to do in this phase is you want to burn that left one down first. Why do you want to burn down the left one first? Well, because if the death maze is going to your left, like if it's going clockwise, you can burn that one down and then work your way around and burn the back one down. If it goes counterclockwise, you can burn that one down, and then you still have time to run over and burn the one down to the right. So the left one is the easiest one to handle starting with, just because you don't know the RNG of the maze. So you don't know which way it's going to go, whether it's going to be a counterclockwise or a clockwise maze. So keep that in mind, that that's the reason that we chose to do that wall, and you can see it right there. That left wall is the one that we always tunnel first, and then we either go to the right wall or to the back wall, depending on where the maze is or anything else. Now you have to remember also that after the first maze, you will start to get ice walls during the beam phase and the maze phase. So you really, your DPS on the boss really starts to decrease at this point. So what you need to do is really have everybody in your raid focus on, let's get these walls down and then get back on the boss as soon as we can. Let's get these ads down and then get back on the boss as soon as we possibly can. And you're just going in that order, but you need to go in that order. Everybody needs to help. Those walls are imperative that they die, because not only will they screw up your maze phase, but they also make you take way more damage in the color phase right here that you see. If you have to wait for that wall for red to go around and find their ad, the whole rest of your raid is just taking a ton of damage that's all avoidable as soon as you get that other ad down. So you need to get on that as soon as you can. After that, guys, though, it's literally rinse and repeat. I'll let you watch the rest of this kill video. The only other thing that I can think of would be Dark Parasite, and again, you'll see these little ads come out. Understand how that works is it's about a 30-second debuff, if I remember correctly, and the rule of thumb is you can pretty much dispel it anywhere, like you let it tick for about 10-15 seconds, then dispel it, because the thing will linger for that amount of time afterwards and become an ad for that amount of time anyway. So cutting it in half seems to be the easiest way to cope with that. Again, life drain is a normal mode mechanic, but it will make a huge difference in heroic mode, so make sure that you're taking that life drain off that guy instantly so that you're keeping everybody's stacks low so that the boss isn't healing quite as much. But again, guys, that's normal mode stuff that you need to understand. So if you can do this stuff, you're going to be fine, guys. You really are. You can get this guy down. It is a lot of fun. It is a lot of surrounding kind of, you know, raid awareness. So if your raid team is a very good DPS team but not a very raid aware team, you might have a little bit of trouble with this fight, but I'm telling you guys, as soon as you kind of get down the patterns of what's going on, and you get those ads and everybody's seeing the ads so they know where to go and you're having the correct person call them out, this fight will drop for you. Hope you liked it. As always, see you in the next one.